Yo, 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 what's up? How we looking? Yeah, there we go. Dermax, what's up, dude? Hunter, what's up? CSL, what's up? How you guys doing? What is up? Did not do a morning stream uh today because I did some stuff this morning. But with me not posting something in a minute, I was like, I gotta do it live, catch up with some people and see what's going on. Sorry for wobbling. There we go. Yeah, Hunter, it's been a minute. Yeah, my bad, dude. Just was in a funk. And then with Mother Nature screwing me, I couldn't run anything. It was raining, which we needed it, but -4. Ooh, I'm good. It's supposed to be like 75 Fahrenheit here today. It was a little chilly in this morning. It's getting warm now. I'm gonna take off the hoodie. But this morning it was like 38, so that's why I have a hoodie on right now. Cheers if you can. And America. So what you guys up to, man? What's going on? Man, I did not check my camera before I went live. Yeah, been working with these mini boxes for Harbor Freight, and they're way better, nicer than the mini ones you get at Lowe's. I think they're Husky ones or something like that. The US General ones are way nicer. Got a V5 Creighton 6S roller for 200 the other day. I have it torn down, going through the entire thing. Then it's going to be full M2C Vitavon build. Hell yeah, dude. M2C. I'm telling you, second to none, dude. 14 degrees over here. Oh, you can keep it, dude. It was a good show. Football, good man, good times. Those ones on the Jersey show. Yeah, dude. How you doing, buddy? Yeah. No, I can't believe I had all that stuff in a 10 by 10 shed. Yeah, I was like, let me do a live. I picked up some seafood for Christmas. It's frozen. So I put it in the freezer. I picked up some steaks for today. I'm gonna make some chicken fried steak later today. Let me grab my dip. I'll be right back. What you see for 90% of the stuff, but bulkheads and some other things about it. Yeah, because M2C don't make bulkheads. And I actually asked Avery why. I asked Avery why, and he said they don't have the right machines to do it. Uh, so that's why they don't do it. But man, if they did, I'd run them on all my stuff. I have Vitavon bulkheads on my Mega Creighton. What are you guys getting into, man? Like I said, it's kind of like spurring a moment live, but I was like, oh, let me do it live, man. I was getting all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Not really, but someone's supposed to be buying my Pro Moto today. We talked on the phone yesterday, and I told him we'll meet at the gas station. And I texted him this morning saying like, "Hey, what time works for you?" And then I also called him, and he didn't get back to me. So we'll see what happens there. To make them, it would be killer and all the other stuff. Yeah, dude, 100%. But I don't really blame them for not because that's a hell of a lot of money to drop in the machine to make bulkheads when they make everything else pretty legit. So like cost to what you're getting, it has to pay itself off eventually. But the Vitavon ones are super nice. You're drinking a liter of Mountain Dew. More jacked up Mountain Dew. Come at you like a spider monkey. Let me know if my microphone is blocking too much of the background noise. I have it turned up because I think the last time I was using it, it raining. So I might have a lot of the background noise cut off. So like if it's too quiet, it gets like weird, let me know and I'll adjust it. Sure, someday they will. Yeah, I'd be sick. I'd 100% rock their stuff if they made bulkheads. But yeah, hopefully this guy gets back to me about the pro moto. We were supposed to meet up and nothing. Maybe you got cold feet. I literally have everything too. I have all the stock parts still. It's the aluminum swing arm, all that, aluminum hubs. But I have all the stock stuff. Never even ran the stock stuff. I still have the tools sealed, all the spacers for the rear sealed. I had the manual over there. Like I have everything. Sounds great. All right, cool. Appreciate that, buddy. Oh, let me show you the off-road infraction. I got some fender flares for the inside. Because if you guys watch that video of me running that the off-road infraction, like the test run, how much shit got in there. I can I'll show you Avery actually, speaking of M2C, watched the video and he hit me up. He's like, look, he's like, I have these scorched earth fender flares for the inside. He's like, I don't know if you can make them work, but if you want to try, I'll send them to you. So shout out to him for one, watching my content and reaching out to me like, hey, this might help you. So that was really, really cool. Again, I'm not sponsored by them or nothing. I'm just a fanboy for them. Like I never had an issue with their stuff. But yeah, so he sent those out. I managed to make them work. I didn't cut them how they want you to cut them. I kind of made it my own just because it's lifted, but it should cut down on all the shit getting in that body. I think it's always going to be an issue, but it's going to be way less of an issue. Yeah. Smash that like. Thanks, addicted. Appreciate it, buddy. Just having a couple of these bad boys and figure I'd go live and chat with you guys. Hopefully, that guy gets back to me about the moto. We were supposed to meet up and never hasn't gotten back to me yet. So let me get the moto out of the way and I'll show you the fenders and stuff. Much appreciated, Dirt Max. All right, so we got the moto out of the way. Let me get where's my stand? I need a new one of these actually. If you guys are looking for a decent stand, I did a review on this a few years back, which is kind of crazy to say. But the Eco Power stand, I don't even know if they still make it. They might, but it has like a stop in there so it doesn't continuously spin unless you want it to. And everything's legit. The only reason mine's bent up like this is because I was putting 40+ pound trucks on it, and it's not made for that. It worked, but it's a little. So I want to get another one of these, keep it nice for the smaller rigs, and keep using this for the fifth scales because it still works fine. It's just a little tore up from putting way bigger trucks than should have been on there. And this is a shock holder, so when you're bleeding shocks and stuff or putting shocks together, legit little stand. Because I always hated these types of stands because they always free spun. So when you're trying to work on it, it's like you're chasing it. This like has a little ball in there on a spring and it kind of locks into place, but you can still turn it if you want. Legit little stand. All right, let's get the lift and fraction up here. Wow, it's the camera. As you guys can see it, I had the blue body on. I did some trimming on it. It's not sitting on there perfectly right now, but you guys can kind of see I had the fenders in here now. Again, shout out to Avery from MTC for watching that video and being like, hey, I got some spare scorched earth ones if you want to try them. So what I did here, I'll get you guys a little closer, is obviously use the scorch earth ones. If you see these cutouts right here, you're supposed to follow that line, but I didn't because again, mine's lifted and I wanted max coverage, so I can still fully turn. And the only time the tires really hit this fender is if they're completely maxed out. I'm okay with that. And I actually drilled a hole because my side skirts are metal. I put a bolt through the bottom, and normally there's a spacer here for the shock tower here for these fenders. I didn't have that, so honestly, I just made it work with a zip tie right here, and I had to max out this body post, and solid as hell, bro. It should be really, really good. I have the Traxxas stands, and those ones are nice, and they also lock into place too if you don't want it chips. That's pretty sick. I have to look into those. What's the price difference though? Because I know this stand I'm using was actually a pretty decent price. Um, so yeah, so I got the fenders in here, and again, you can make these nicer, but I want it max coverage, and I definitely got max coverage here. Should definitely cut down. I haven't had a chance to run it because it was raining like crazy. I should be able to get it out today. But yeah, max coverage. And again, shout out to Avery from M2C. Again, you guys might see this. So where you're supposed to cut it. I didn't do that. I kind of just made it work for what I was trying to go for. And then I did have to trim out the new body because again it's lifted, but it's definitely a little cleaner than it was. I went a little overboard, I think, on this fender, but we're not here to look pretty, guys. You know what I mean? So we can get a body on. This one is a little finicky. And boom. So the body's on. And again, I trimmed a little bit too much here, but whatever. I'm okay with that. We're not entering beauty contests. And we'll lift an infraction, bro. Let me show you guys a little side profile here. Let me lower this bad boy down. Lift an infraction, dude. I'm pumped to try this out. And again, the only time the tires really hit the fenders is when it's like maxed out. But I'm okay with that. Like a little bit of rubbish, I'm okay with. But boom, baby. So that we should be able to run that today. And again, these little toolboxes, I have 3 of them for Harbor Freight. Absolutely epic. Cheaper than the ones in Lowe's and better built because I looked at the ones in Lowe's. Small one is 40 and the large one is 60. I feel like they are worth every penny. They feel nice and solid. Definitely, yeah. I'll do some price comparison because again, I've the only reason why this one is so messed up is because I'd literally take my big ass heavy fifth scales, gas, all that, and just plop it on here and eventually start to go. So I would keep this for the big stuff and just get a new one for the smaller stuff. But yeah, I actually have a video on this from a few years back again, which is crazy to say. Not a sponsor yet. So I did a thing the other night. I got a text from Tune Smart and I pre-ordered the Red Cat ice cream truck. Dude, that's awesome. How's RC? What's up, buddy? Just showing people the my lifted infraction and the fenders I made work for the inside so to keep all the stuff from getting in there. Again, I am still going to collect stuff in there, but it should be way better. If you go watch my first like proof of concept video on this, it was completely filled with grass. It's saving me 2 bucks. I use mine for charging stuff. Yeah, I have, and this one is all my like main RC tools, my Allens and stuff, and then like body trimmers and small wrenches. Bottom is like my tire, my shock pliers and stuff. This back one is all GoPro stuff. So much. I actually drilled a hole in the lid on the back one here, and ran the wires there. So my chargers are there, all my GoPro stuff, all the connectors, stuff like that. And then this one is just all my solder stuff and connectors. So like did on my what are these Q8s or whatever they're called. Some electrical tape, solder, shrink wrap, wire strippers, my squid for multiple batteries, other connectors for charging batteries, and then down here is my IC5s, some what are those XT60s, my little brush for that, and some what is that? Flux. These are like I said, I got the first one over there. Kind of was like, oh, it's a cute little thing, and then I was like, wow, these are actually super handy. And again, if you look at the ones, I think they're Cobalt or something like that at Lowe's, they actually are built not nearly as nice as the Harbor Freight ones. And the Harbor Freight ones are cheaper. Yeah, dude, you should. They're sick. I actually want to get another one for some stuff over there. They're super nice because they don't take up a lot of room on your bench. But like, here, I'll just show you. Like this is the one that has all my arts, like most of my all my Allens, little punch, my other Allens, little wrenches for like the little nuts and stuff on shocks and stuff like that. And then here is like my trimmers, my jeweler's hammer, another little adjustable wrench, stuff like that. And then some more bigger Allens, my shock pliers, and my handle for my bits. Like they're actually super handy, dude. And then this is the one I was telling you about for the GoPro. I actually filmed something, so that's why it's just sitting up here. But if you notice, I drilled a little hole here. So I actually stuck my chargers to the thing itself. So it has all my GoPro stuff in there, my batteries, all my GoPro connectors, head mount, stuff like that. The thing for my winch, some connectors, jumpers for RCs. So this is where all that lives, my GPS. Like they are super handy, these little toolboxes, man. You have a real Snap-on one for back in the day? That's sick, dude. You remember Catch Fire? Yeah, dude. That was like the first run, I think, too. But I had to say, Horizon did take care of me. They sent me a new ESC. That's why I have a blue body because they didn't have a silver one in stock, so they sent me a new blue body. They sent me an ESC and something else. Like whatever happened, they just sent me all new stuff, which is cool. Amazon has a double stack toolbox that I'm going to be getting for my tools. Hell yeah, dude. Your dad was a dude mechanic for years and always. Yeah, I have some Snap on stuff from my old man as well. So what are you guys working on? What do you guys order anything um from Black Friday, all the deals that were happening? I didn't order nothing, but I was thinking about I kind of want a kit to work on during the winter. Even though winter here is nothing, but definitely different in your Snap-on boxes. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, these mini ones, man, super highly recommended, dude. Like I said, I got the first one kind of like a joke, and then I started putting stuff in it. I was like, wow, these are actually really handy. So I kind of want to get another one for that wall over there, just can kind of consolidate because I have a lot, like especially with RC, you have a lot of little shit that takes up a lot of space. You can kind of consolidate a little bit, a little nicer. You work on your K6 project right now, and I just ordered $300. Hell yeah, dude. Support M2C 100%, man. Not a sponsor, just supporting a good company. Yeah, I should say, you know? So I need that. We need we need to get sponsored by Coors, and we need to get sponsored by Pit Viper. Then we made it. I need to get a Pit Viper flag for the background. Waiting for your XRT motor. She's been down for a while. Oh, that's actually a good idea. I say it all the time. I need to redo mine. Let's see if we can get somebody in here. Let's see if they are available. Of course, I get it snapped. I wish I could show you the picture KGM sent me. It's not like that, but it's definitely not for YouTube. Bob, what's up, buddy? How are you, man? Just went over the off-road infraction. I gotta do another test run today on it with the new fenders, new body, and I think she's just about there, honestly. I also found a, pretty decent bash spot, not far from me. It's like a 5-minute side-by-side ride. It has, like, a bunch of hills, and then, like, it goes down a ways, so if I can prop a ramp there and just launch it off into, like, the abyss, would be pretty cool. But I need to make a smaller ramp because my big ass ramp I leave here. I need to make, like, a kicker ramp. Um, I think I have enough scrap wood to do that. I gotta do some inventory and look. But a little kicker ramp to launch off the net, and it'd be easy to toss in the back of the side by side and just go run some stuff. But I'm trying to think what was on sale for Black Friday that I've seen. I've seen a few good deals. Obviously, I didn't order nothing, but and I really hope this dude with the moto wants to buy it. He said he wanted to. Just finished up putting carbon fiber on the underside of your MP11. Hell yeah, dude. The Proline ramps, not really. Um, just because they're designed for like smaller rigs. It'd be a lot of fun with like my Typhon Grom and stuff, but like I really, I'd rather just make a ramp. Um, Especially for something that small, I can make them out of cardboard. They're definitely cool. They serve a purpose, but for me, not really worth it because, especially when I run bigger stuff, I'd blow those ramps apart. You put a video up? Hell yeah, dude. Like I said, the Proline ramps definitely serve a purpose, but uh, for my rigs and what I do, they'll last maybe a run. I'll blow them apart. Yeah. If I had more Groms and like people that like came over and we set up like a little course in my garage, that'd be cool. I'd probably get them for something like that. But you finally picked up a 3D printer. I'm a stock taker. Yeah, KGM got super into that too. He made me some stuff actually. He made that quick connect with a Vesla or Vecta? Vesla. Vesla? Yeah. For the body. Sent me one, works great. Um, and then he sent me something else I can't show you guys. You might see it in the background on videos, but I don't point it out. You're playing Sifu on Steam Deck? My secret. What game is that? I have a Steam Deck too. I can't. can't put my finger on that game. I've been playing Battlefield 6 and Metroid Prime 4 on the Switch too. But yeah, dude, I'm pumped to get this back out. I think the next run with this infraction, I'm going to run it on 6S. The first run was on 8S just to really put it through its paces. It held up great, but I think the next run I'm going to go on 6 just to see how it does. It's a samurai game. The two sets of Proline RAMs. They are great for stampede size. Yeah, exactly. For smaller rigs. Like I said, if I had a few people that had Groms and stuff, and we set up a little thing, I'd definitely look into them. But for my driving style and the way I beat up stuff, they won't last long. But yeah, I need to make a little kicker ramp that I can just toss them back to side by side. The winter one on the New York map, where the heel you have to stand next to a fire barrel and stuff. You can also use a fire grenade. Grounds are too small. They're definitely fun. They serve a purpose, but yeah, I get you. No, I haven't. Yeah, I've been playing. I normally play Conquest, man. I love Conquest. I know that's an option on that, but I'm not a big fan of that New York map. It's too small, even for Conquest. And Hunter, we need to meet up and play. I know we said that before, but and every time I see you on, I get on and you get off because I normally get on later. But yeah, we gotta. I really think I'm gonna run this on 6S next run. Just see how she does. 8S is awesome on this, but because I have the 8S ESC and motor in here, it's normally 6S, but I think for some like rally carring and stuff, I think the 6S would be really, really good in here, and it should help with temps. This is an 8S setup, but it's running on 6S. Should help with temps a little bit. I just played Domination on there. Oh, for sure. I always hit you up on Discord. Yeah, hit me up, dude. Me and KGM normally play, even though he left me hanging the other day. He said he was going to get on, and he never got on. But yeah, other than that, let's see. I put new tires on the mini bike because the V treads that were on there were horrifying and too slippery with all that power. So the new grippy tires or knobby tires, pretty legit. That's what she said. Yeah, for real, Spike, right? Yeah, this well, I'm either gonna test this today or tomorrow. Either way, the video should be up tomorrow. Hopefully, if everything goes to plan. I also need to shave my head. I got the fryer tuck going on again. Yeah, other than that, let's see. I think like I said, I've been eyeing up. Someone mentioned it. It's the what the hell is it? It's the Kai. I think it's a Kyosho. No, it's a Techno. The Techno monster truck kit. I've been eyeing it up. I've been wanting the kit, but I want to get rid of the Pro Moto first, and then build up a kit with that because that thing looks absolutely awesome. It's the Techno MT. I think it replaced the 410. It's like their new monster truck. Their that shock geometry, that thing should handle like a dream because the shock setup is almost like a buggy. The new drift car came out from Traxxas. It's a Nissan 240. Oh, really? I haven't really looked into drift anything really. It's pretty sick though. A little Nissan. And then other than that, I can't even think. I don't even think there's any like new announcements or anything. Got one guys, make a run in the hobby shop, get parts. Like, yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll leave with another RC. Good luck with that, Dirty Max. Yeah, that's definitely easy to do. Let us know next time we're live. Let us know what you got, bud. But yeah, I've been itching to build another kit. The kits are kind of becoming like some of the past. So, and that new techno monster truck looks pretty sick. Still need to get the Capra out. That thing's so much fun. I run that so much off camera, and I just never film it. A real working worn winch on it and stuff. Cool as hell. I redid the Typhon, so that's good. That's good to go. Uh, the next step is to get the XRT back up and going. I might pick up the MT 410 2.0. Been eyeballing. Yeah, it's the monster truck kit, right? There's a that shock geometry is sick, dude. You actually want the Team Associate 17.5 kit? Uh, which one is that? A buggy? But yeah, I definitely want one of those techno trucks. Like I said, that just that shock geometry just has me like, damn, that thing's gonna handle great. Yeah. Okay, so it's a buggy. I don't think I ever did. I ever own a associate? I don't think I did. I don't think I've ever owned an associate. It's a carpet buggy. Hell yeah. Those carpet races are pretty sick. Some of those spots are really, really cool when they like drive up on the wall and stuff. I'm just trying to take off this old because I pulled this off the Moto because I have GoPro mounts on a bunch of stock controllers, like the ones that I don't have hooked to the Noble. They have a GoPro mount stuck to them because I run uh, head mounts of GoPro and one on the controller. I also hit over 3,000K, which is nuts. Blows my mind. Or 3K, I don't know how I just said that. I might have said that wrong, but you know what I mean. Over 3,000, which I know is like a drop in the bucket compared to other people, but that still blows my mind. Damn, man. I guess that guy don't want that moto. You need more of those mounts to put on my transmitter. Yeah. I for these, I honestly get the knockoff ones. It's just cheaper. Yeah, dude, 3K is nuts, dude. Blows my mind. I remember when like I hit 100. I was like, "What?" And again, this isn't my job or nothing like that, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm big or nothing, but hell, dude, that's crazy. Almost got it. You get them on Amazon? Yeah. You can buy, like, they're not GoPro branded, but you can get, like, a bunch of different mounts for, like, way cheaper than GoPro mounts, and they do the same freaking thing. It literally just the plastic. Working on Hunter, I'm trying. I need to try a little harder. I just get so complacent sometimes, just like, "Bleh." Almost got it all off. Trying to get it all off in one piece. Well, looking at that, yeah, dude, definitely the way to go for sure. Because I got a bunch of these mounts here, and they come with, like, all kinds of different angles and stuff, like, all kinds of different angles. This one screws onto a bipod or a tripod. This one mounts all different directions. Some of them come with, suction cups and stuff. There's so many options. And like I said, for a mount, it's really like, you don't really have to go with GoPro branded ones. The only GoPro branded stuff I have been getting, I haven't gotten anything in a while, was the head mount was GoPro branded, and my batteries are GoPro branded. But you can get knockoff batteries too. But I know there was one version or two of the GoPros that wouldn't allow you to use them, but they might have patched that out. I'm not sure. Got it. But yeah, when it comes to just basic mounts, dude, you don't have to get the branded ones. Hell no. I think even I think even Walmart sells the knockoff ones. Hold on one sec. I think I have Amazon here. I'm back. It's Mama Beardsley's Christmas gift. What's in the box? What's up, buddy? You'll be live in about an hour? Hell yeah, dude. What are you gonna be doing? Yeah, that's Mama Beardsley's Christmas gift. So going live in about an hour. What you gonna be doing, man? Let us know. Give us a little sneak peek. She wanted a new like hand mixer thing, so I ordered one of those, a nice one, and I'm gonna get her some other things. But MT48, yeah, for real, right? Assassin's Creed Odyssey, very nice. For streaming, had about 60 people joining and adventuring. Very nice, dude. Hell yeah, I was thinking about streaming some video games, but I curse so much when I play. Thought about like doing like on this channel a live stream for gaming and just have it in its own um playlist of just live streams for games. You play on PC or console? I think we had this conversation, but I forget. All Assassin's Creed next will be Unity, I guess. PS5. Yeah, I thought so. Sorry. Like I said, dude, I like we talk about so much stuff sometimes I forget who does what. I mostly game on PC. I've been playing Metroid Prime 4 though on a Switch 2 and then Battlefield 6 on PC. My favorite Assassin's Creed is Black Flag, dude. Black Flag was so good. Supposedly they're like redoing that from the ground up, which I'd buy it. I'd rebuy it. It was such a good Assassin's Creed game. To me at least. I thought that game was sick. Is Odyssey the one takes place in Greece? Is that the one with the I don't remember. Hunter played a long time ago. Bad. I struggle with the Odyssey here and there. Gotcha. Black Flag gets a remake, guys. Yeah, like Black Flag, that was so good to me. I thought that was yeah, yeah. That's what I thought. He could Spartan kick people. The one I never finished was I think Mirage or whatever it was. The one that takes place in Egypt. I also played. I also did the Viking one. Which one was that? Valhalla, I think. Up until a certain bit. The only thing that bothers me with those games is I know it's part of the story, but when they take you out of the machine and you're just like normal time doing stuff, I don't care. Put me back there. You know what I mean? Like they should just cut those down to like a cutscene, talk about some stuff, and put me back in the machine. I don't care about this stuff when you're not in the animus or whatever the hell it's called. Like they it just takes you out, and I hate that. I hate that aspect of it. I know it's a big part of the game, but make it a cutscene and put me back in there. Yeah, the Animus Crack just destroys those games for me. Merge is very cool. A little short. My favorite is your Valhalla. Yeah, Valhalla was cool. It got more away from the Assassin's Creed though. It's more like Your Viking just messing stuff up. That was good though. Yeah, guys, we don't just talk RC here. We talk about all nerd stuff. You don't have that in Mirage, yeah. Yeah, the anime stuff just takes you out of that game. Just make it a cutscene. Yeah, go Viking Stories. Yeah, it was definitely good. I'm not talking trash on it. It was a fun game. Nerdish by nature. Yeah, dude. I'll do Second Amendment stuff. I'll archery, track stuff, mini bikes, RCs, video games. I have so many hobbies. Too many. Brotherhood was great. Which one was it where you could co-op with somebody? Was that Brotherhood? I forget. 100% of the game. But hell yeah, dude. Everybody keep your fingers crossed. This guy contacts me back about buying this pro. I think when people do that, if you change your mind, just freaking tell me. So I'm not just sitting here waiting all day. Because he read my message. I said, "What time works for you?" Read it and nothing. So I just sent him a question mark. Answer me, you're getting 1-star review. Didn't like part three in America. Story was so stupid. The characters boring. Yeah. AC3. Maybe. I'd like I said, I don't remember. I know one of them was co-op. They need to. I want Nintendo to make a new 3D Mario game because I love those games. 3D Mario games. I play everything too. It's not just shooters and Assassin's Creed. I'll play whatever, man. Good's good. Since we don't have RC weather here in gaming, is it good? Yeah, that's what Gus's Custom Creations does during the winter. Because the other day, I think it was like the high was like -7. It was like, oh, Unity came before or after London. Yeah, those games were kind of dog poop for a little bit. They kind of brought it back though. They would launch horribly. All the bugs and stuff that they had to fix. You meant for co-op. We need to get some nitros out, boys. That's what we need to do. I like posting nitro videos because people are like, just so less power and blah blah blah. Well, you obviously don't understand nitro. Okay. Hybrid, what's up? See, you say nitro, poof, hybrid shows up. Love the original. Yeah, I need to. I have I saw a Bones Brew down here. Got to. I also want to rebuild my dad's original Revo 3.3. He got it when it first came out. Has a metal roll cage on it and stuff. I actually have a brand new. I think it's up there. A brand new Traxxas 3.3 motor. It's never even been broken in. I might just put on there, break it in, and just rebuild my dad's old RC car. He still runs the AM radio with the antenna that's like 4 foot long, and I'll just leave that in there with the crystal, everything, and just rebuild it. Because I have shocks laying around because the shocks are on there aren't very good. Just rebuild that bad boy. You don't have one? Treat yourself, Hunter. You getting your second nitro? What's your second nitro, man? Oh yeah. I have a bunch of them down here. But yeah, I've been eyeing up my dad's old Revo. I kind of want to rebuild it, get it back to its glory. Hybrid's a nitro king. I'm just all over the place. I have like ADHD. I'm like, ooh, 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 ooh. So I'm all over the place. Terror Crusher was your second new nitros when I started. Hell yeah. What I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get my Savage back out. I have the newer Savage 4.6, but between us, it's kind of a letdown. Um, so what I think I'm gonna do is just take the newer Savage completely apart and put it in a bin and use it as parts for my older Savage and just use the newer one for spare parts. Because even though I already have a whole nother Savage for spare parts, but I'll just use that one for more spare parts. The new 4.6, I was kind of disappointed in. One, the price is too much for what you got. The old one used to come with a roto start and all that stuff. The new one didn't. It was pull start. If you go back to some of my older videos, I had a runaway. Um, the two-speed transmission was a nightmare to actually get working again. Um, it's kind of like they kind of just threw it out the door. The little minor upgrades they did, I didn't think justified what they took away from the original one. So that's just my 2 cents. You can a hybrid might have a different, but I think the XL version of the new one was better bang for your buck. Um, I wish I waited and got the XL. I would love a Savage XL, but it's not in the budget on the XL concept. Yeah, the good that good stuff. See, 89 nitro microcondensations. Get some monster truck would be mint. Um, yeah, the 4.6. Yeah, see, Nitro King agrees with me. T Max is really good. I really think bang for your buck, you can't beat a Revo 3.3 from Traxxas. It's $500. It comes with literally everything, including the Bluetooth module on your remote that hooks to your phone. Comes with all the sensors. The only thing you need to get is fuel. That's it. It literally comes with everything. The easy start, and people might say Traxxas, blah blah blah. First of all, they can shut up because they're one of the few people still making nitros. You get more power and craziness from other motors, yeah. But is it a super friendly first nitro? I think so. Like you're gonna still have your nitro setbacks. It won't start sometimes, or you can't tune it to save your life. It's gonna die here and there. Like shit happens. It's just part of being nitro. But I swear, for $500, bang for your buck, you can't beat that. Trash is getting it done. Yeah. And like I said, Hybrid might have a different opinion, but the T Max is great. T Max 33. But I'm a big fan of the Revo suspension and the fact that it comes with all the sensors already installed. I think it's missing like one or two, maybe RPM or something like that. But it has a temp sensor. It comes with the Bluetooth module. Comes with the Easy Start. Comes with the glow plug. Everything but fuel. Either one, both great. Yeah, exactly. And like I said, for $500, like people, yeah, you might get more power and stuff from something else, but just to you can't, in my eyes, you can't beat it. A T Max or a Revo. I prefer Revo just because I like the geometry and the way the shocks are and stuff. Um, but either way, they're sick. They still sell the classic T Max. It comes with a 2.5. I think it comes with a 2.5R. I could be wrong. You can hybrid will correct me on that. It might just be the OG 2.5, but I don't remember. I think it's a 2.5. I'm not sure. But yeah, that works too. I think it's the T Max Classic they call it or something like that. And the fact that Traxxas has their upgrade program, Like if you blow up the motor or do something else, you send it to them and they take money off a new one. Like say what you want to about their motors and stuff, but it's definitely for an entry level T Max or a Riva, the 3.3 model. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I'd go 3.3 as well, but well, like I said, I don't think you can go wrong with either. I think the T Max has a little less buttons and bells, meaning like sensor wise and stuff. But for me, it's hard to justify not spending a little extra and just spending 500 and getting all the buttons and bells. But that's just me. And plus, I like monster trucks, but I like the way the Revo jumps and handles because the way that suspension is set up. Obviously, the T Max is more monster truck, so more vertical shocks, and they're not perfectly vertical, but you know what I mean. The 3.3 for your first nitro might be too much. That thing rips. I have one over there. But I think the JDO might be a little too much for a first nitro. Plus, that thing's super tight to work on. Like the T Max is real open and easy to get stuff. That JDO, that motor is squeezed in there. So a good choice, but I'm more into monster trucks. But yeah, the T Max 3.3 definitely say T Max all the way. So I'm saying, but again, I'm partial to Revos, but especially for your first on the T Max, like I said, it's easy to get to. The motor mount's right there. It's all open. You can get the stuff. But yeah, those JDOs haul ass, dude. So that might not be the best first option. Depends on the style you like. Yeah, Slayer. Yeah, the Slayer's good. That's uh, a Reva chassis, same kind of suspension and stuff, just shorter arms and whatnot, and looks like a rally truck. I'd like to get a Slayer at some point. But yeah, you can't go wrong with either one, honestly. And I know people have their dislikes with the easy start setup they have, but for usability and when it works, it's so nice to just go, and you can look to see if the glow plug's fouled. You know what I mean? It's just so nice to go instead of rah, 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 and you're ripping your fingers apart from that little pull start handle and rah, 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 rah. Oh, a little bit bored by electric. That should be new adventure. Yeah, dude. It definitely new. And again, you're gonna get frustrated. I don't care what anybody says, you're gonna get frustrated. There's been times where it won't start and it was just running the day before, and you want to kick it, and you're like, this is ridiculous. That's when you kind of walk away, don't throw it like I do, and come back to it. Go hit up hybrid, ask for help, one of his videos. But when they're running, and it's just it's cool. It's a whole different aspect. I still think everybody should own at least one nitro. The only thing that's annoying with them is that one-way bearing. But even with a pull start, you have a one-way bearing. I have a bump box for like the kits I built, like the 8XT and my 8X buggy. Those work off a bump box. Oh yeah, like I said, you're gonna get frustrated. It's part of it though. Like it's a rite of passage, really. Yeah, it does take a It does take a while. I actually keep one backed up with me. I keep like if I go somewhere, I have a one-way bearing in one of the boxes I bring just in case, because that's the worst when you get all your stuff, you're ready to go, and it goes, "Zzz," and it grabs a little bit, zzz, grabs a little bit, zzz, and you're like, "Oh," and then your whole day's ruined. So I always keep a spare one on me. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do with the newer version of the Savage. I'm just gonna use it as parts to keep my old one going. I would love an XL, but again, and the main thing is breaking your engine right. I'm a huge believer of breaking your engine and doing it the right way or like a good way. There is no right way. I think everybody has their own little take on it. But the better you break in your motor, the longer it's going to last. And some people look at like a Traxxas motor and are like, I'm just going to do a half-ass break-in on this, and then they complain when the motor sucks. And then they'll get like an $800 nitro and do a really good break-in and talk trash about the cheap one. Why would you break in a cheaper motor not the same way you would an $800 motor? You know what I mean? Do a solid break-in across all of them. I have a Revo 2.5R motor that came from a Revo, my original one. It is, I'm sure it needs a repinch and all that stuff, but it still runs. Okay. Does it run well? No, but it runs. And that has countless gallons of fuel through it. So I'm a firm believer just doing a good break in. I don't care if you have a Traxxas motor or like top of the line crazy one that's like in my buggy. Just do a really good break in. I'm in about 1 hour. Hell yeah, what's in the box? Yep, Earl already told me years ago. I think it's no big deal talking sometime for breaking. Yeah. So 72, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, but like I said, I think breaking is key with a nitro. It really is. Um, you do half-ass break-ins, it's gonna do half-ass performance. Taking, not talking. I got you. I understand. Yeah, see, hybrid agrees. That's what it drives me nuts. People talk trash about the Traxxas motors, and yeah, there's better motors that produce more power and stuff, but like people that talk trash on those kind of piss me off too, because it's like, yeah, you can afford a fancy race motor that's a shit ton of money, but not everybody can. Or people that are just getting in the hobby, you expect them to spend $800 on just a motor? No. You start with a Traxxas, you do the correct break in, it lasts you years, and then you work your way to that. Like, that's like people gatekeep and they say shit sucks when it doesn't. It's different levels. You know what I mean? Like, ugh, people like that just bother me, and then they complain that nobody wants to run nitro. So yeah, well, you're gatekeeping and you talk trash when people have questions, and you make people like, all right, well, screw this, I don't even want to deal with it. So, and I'm not saying I'm the best because I'm not, you know what I mean, but I'm not afraid to ask questions either. There's thing is there's no more quality small blocks anyway. Trash is 33, only one left. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'll keep in stock till something breaks. Always did. Always will. Yeah, dude. But yeah, it drives me nuts with some of those diehard nitro guys. It's like they complain that nobody's doing it anymore, and then they talk trash on people that get an entry level one. They're like, "Oh, those are trash. You shouldn't even bother." Blah blah blah. Well, not everybody's gonna drop that kind of money on a toy, bro. Because at the end of the day, they're all toys. I don't care what anybody says. And I refuse to argue with people over toy trucks. Not, I'm not doing it. There in Germany, nobody drives nitro. A lot of RC leaders. I thought, yeah. Like I said, and you guys see my stuff. I have everything, man. electric, two-stroke, nitros. I don't care, man. If I think it's cool, I think it's freaking cool, man. And I'll never bullshit you guys. I'll tell you straight up. That's why I told you about that Savage 4.6. Yeah. You want to race electric fanboys next year? Hell yeah, dude. My XRT, no. My 8XT Nitro with that Nova Rossi in it is an absolute animal. And the last video I did here wasn't tuned very well. It was just kind of like a run. But when that thing's tuned right, it is so badass, dude. And the way I have the oil set up, it like transfers all the power to the ground and just rips, dude. Gotta get back to me yet? Nope. But yeah, those absolutely rip. And I noticed that the 8XT is, I think it's listed as discontinued or you can't get anything for it right now. I'm curious to see what Lozy truck is coming out next. Because that's one of my favorite, dude. That Truggy is absolutely beast mode. Well, I'm a huge believer of when I get something I really like, I always get arms because I always tend to hit something. I would get a backup spur gear, especially when you're starting to learn to tune and the way the slipper works and stuff. And it's plastic, you might strip a spur gear. Um, I'd get extra glow plug or two, and that's it for really. Depends on how much you're beating on it, but I would definitely get an extra spur gear, like two glow plugs, and just go for it. Just finish your MTC beefcake build. Hell yeah, and your techno. Dude, that's sick. Yeah. Dude, that thing's gonna be a beast, dude. Techno beefcake. Beefcake. That thing's gonna be nuts. Well, that's not how it goes, bro. A little beef with Horizon. What kind of beef did you have? What's in the box? You can get it from other places, unless you have to deal with like warranty stuff. But I know A Main sells our stuff. Get back home, was that a thing at my kid's school for Christmas? Oh, that's sick, dude. Froze up. Are we frozen? Don't look frozen on my screen. Yeah, it looks fine on me, dude. Not frozen. Okay. Yeah, it's on your end, buddy, not us. Completely officially telling you that you and your channel sucks. Any phony. Besides, they destroy every small European RC shop. What they tell you? What's in the box? Were you like reaching out for like stuff to review or something? I refuse to do that for anything, honestly. I'm not even close to big enough to even think about them sending me anything. Not frozen. All right, thanks, bud. My channel sucks. They told me I don't bring any issue to the hobby. Still got the mail. Huh. Interesting. I've seen other people would like reach out to them about like channel support and stuff. I just see like them say something like um they aren't looking for like any um sponsorship opportunities or something like that. Well, that's interesting. But like I said, I never tried, so I refuse to try. I'll just let people reach out to me like that side by side company did. I'm not I'm not looking for nothing. Do my own thing. Be props and didn't complain about. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, well, sucks. So I haven't really had any issues. Like I said, when this caught fire, they sent me a body and an ESC and stuff. Like I said, everybody has different experiences for sure. But there's plenty of other people you can deal with it for sure. Yeah, 100%. Damn, we got 15 people in here. It's crazy. But yeah, dude. I need to test out. I'm gonna make some chicken fried steak today, and then I need to test this lifted and fraction I made. Should be, like I said, I think she's pretty good. Might need a little tweak here and there, but I think overall, I think she's dialed. Much appreciated. What's in the box? But yeah, what else? I don't think we got anything else to go over. I got my 8S Outcast chilling down there. The OG late night live hangout show. We could. What day? I'm still waiting for your rear diff or the Creighton ESP. They have not contacted me. Still? It's crazy, bro. I keep mine too. Last Horizon product sold every other Horizon crap. Hey man, like I said, they own a lot though, so you can't get Lozy, Arma, Axial, um, pretty much most of the planes on the market. Uh, what else? What else they own? Yeah, yeah, dude, for sure. Lives are fun, man. And I normally do this in the morning, but not a sponsor yet. Um, yeah, I need to start. I need to film this bad boy because I'm going to run it through my yard a little bit to see how much grass it picks up with these new fenders in there, and then run it on my street. I'm a Traxxas and Kyosha fanboy, so it's okay for me. Yeah, dude. Like I said, there's other companies for sure. And you guys know if I had a bad experience, I would definitely say it. Like you said, everybody has their own. Like some people have horrible experiences with customer support from Traxxas. I have never had a bad one. I had actually had a in my Revo 2.0. No, 3.3. My Revo 3.3. The nickel metal hot drive battery for the receiver and stuff died in like a year. And it was out of warranty. And I contacted him. I was like, look, can you just like give me a discount or something? Because this shouldn't die this quick. And he was like, oh, we'll just send you one. And sent me one. Or when I had my X Max, I had the HD arms on it, and one of the little screws that hold the pins in oblonged out and like just cracked. And he was like, "We normally don't warranty those, but I'll send you a new one." So like they've been good to me, but I've had other people contact them, and they were pretty much told them to go pound sand. So like I said, everybody has different experiences for sure. Different lows, and boom, new RC. Dude, Traxxas does the same thing. Like, yeah, they put out that sand rail, but how many versions of the X Max are there? Or even like other companies, like they do the same. Everybody does it. You know what I mean? Not making an excuse, but everybody does that. Or they like Traxxas puts a new color on there and it's the new one on their site. So like they gotta refresh it everybody needs to refresh them and sell them some more, you know. Have you seen the newish Perfect Pass polished diff housings? Pretty sweet looking. No, I haven't seen those. I had the V1 scorched inner fenders. I took them off because of the body paint rubbing. Probably could have trimmed them a bit, but keep it. Yeah, that's what. Like I said, shout out to Avery from NTC. He watched that video and he's like, "I got some scorched earth fender flares, or like inner fenders, if you want them." He's like, "You might be able to make them work." So he was cool enough to send them to me. And like I said, I trim them how I want to trim them, not how they tell you to trim them. And they should help a lot. I'm not worried about the body. I just need something to keep because if you guys watch that video, it was like packed. So I needed something in there. I think the issue is in the front as well. I think it's going up under the body and in there, but with this new body on there, it's actually more tight up against that foam in there. So that's probably going to help. Yeah. All right, Hunter, you take it easy, buddy. Pleasure seeing you as always, man. We need to get an ESC for the E Revo too, because I took that out to put in this. Because I just got to put a new 6S one in there. But yeah, man. Hell yeah. It's good doing life. And like I said, it's a little later today, but you know what? It's fine. Fine with it. Fine with it. So what do I need? I need to get 6 ESC. I need to get all the stuff for the XRT again. I'm saying again because I haven't gotten them yet. And I think we're dialed in. I'm thinking about getting rid of my Creighton EXB, the newer one. Just for my drive style, I prefer the Notorious. The Creighton's absolutely beast mode. There's nothing against it. Just for me personally, I think the Notorious is just more my drive style. Um, the Creighton is cool though, absolutely beast. And I still have my other one up there with the M2C chassis if I really want to run a Creighton. So I'll have that to really test out, and it's super impressive and super nice. Comes with the metal bulkheads and all that. Super solid truck. But again, my drive style, I prefer the Notorious. Um, so I'm thinking about getting rid of that as well. You prefer the Sledge? The Sledge was sick. I actually sold that to my buddy Brian so I can get the XRT. That's the only reason why I got rid of it because the XRT was coming out. So I had to get rid of something. So I got rid of that and got the XRT. Perfect air control. Which what's perfect air control? I think the Notorious has better air control. If you once you figure out how that trigger works, straight up my alley, dude. I love that truck. It's so good. And again, nothing against the Creighton. And Creighton is absolutely beast mode as well. But for the way I like to drive, the Notorious is my jam. So I need to make that kicker ramp. Yeah, the Sludge is a tank. I actually put the M2C chassis on that when it came out, and I put a Hobby Wing 6S setup in there, and then I ended up selling it to Brian because I ended up bending that chassis. Yep. The moto guy got back to me. He says something came up. You can't get it. Well, that sucks. A new XRT video would be nice, Chief. It's funny. People used to call me Chief in high school. Um, yeah, I agree with you. I have an M2C motor mount in there right now with a Spectrum motor in there, and it absolutely rips. It's like too much power. It's too overgeared, and I kind of want to set that back to stock. I have a Max 6 in there. I'm going to keep the Max 6 in there, but I'm going to go back to the stock motor and motor mount because there's certain things I like to keep stock for when buddies come visit. It's a little not out of control for them. So I need to order that stuff, and I'm going to make another video on it. That thing, the XRT is nasty. It's a good truck. You also got an early order in for the XTS S10 coming Monday. Now I'm going to need the 110 bike. I don't even know what the XTS S10 is. I'm going to try real hard to get my local hobby shop to be a dealer. I haven't run my XRT since installing the RC Guy garage rear wing mount. Yeah, it's a. I love that truck. It's a lot of fun. My rear wing mount is held on with zip ties. It's a hell of a lot of fun. Subaru rally car. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I need to get rid of some things. That's what I'm thinking about getting rid of the Creighton because I really don't want to the 6S Creighton. But again, the Notorious is more my drive style. I just need to open up some space. That's why if anybody's interested in a moto, let me know. The guy just canceled on me. Upgraded swing arm, shock mount, all blacked out. I still have all the stock stuff. The manual comes with a charger, the battery, everything. I even saw the chain lube. Let me know. It has aluminum hubs, front and rear. They revealed it yesterday. That's sick. Or if you're interested in the Creighton, let me know. We work something out. Just need to open up some room, before I start building kits again and stuff. I need to consolidate a little bit. I'm getting a little out of control with stuff. You're in where are you again? I know you said it earlier. You're in Russia? No. Was it Russia? Where the hell are you? I know you just said it. Yeah, but you're somewhere cold. It's fragile as hell. Oh, is it? Well, you never know. They might have upgraded some stuff. Germany. There we go. Sorry, bud. Like I said, I'm stupid. And it was one of those. Germany. Yeah, that shipping would be insane. Oh, if someone semi-local, we can meet somewhere. We can hang out a little bit. But yeah, I need to consolidate, get rid of some stuff. It's okay, small country. But yeah, I think we're winding down. I think we're gonna end it soon. Like I cancel on me sucks. But shit happens, man. Keep on keeping on. About that time to make some chicken fried steak. Higher pressure gauge, YouTube. Okay, so don't get all weird with me. Yeah. Well, like I said, I think we're winding down. I think that's it. And again, addicted, hit me up on the day you want to do a later stream. I've been an old man, dude. I've been going to bed early as hell. So hit me up and let me know. We do a little hangout. Maybe get Gus involved. We get Sergeant J in there. KGM. Get the boys back together. Much appreciate what's in the box. Good luck with your live. I know you're going live soon. You say you're going to do some gaming. But yeah, I think we're gonna end it like we always do. Definitely convinced me they had to step their game up. Yeah, a lot of companies do that, man. The first couple are kind of iffy, and they learn. Oh, dude, what up? I appreciate you showing up, man. Hell. So wherever you are in the world, have a good Sergeant J not running his YouTube, man. He's going in and out of it. He's a busy, man. You know what I mean? Still talk to him quite often. He's a good dude. So, but yeah, he's on and off doing some things. So, but maybe we get him in a live one day. We can all hang out and chat. Um, but yeah, wherever you are in the world, have a good morning, afternoon, or night. And I'll catch you guys soon. There should be a video on the off-road infraction, hopefully tomorrow. And yeah, I'll catch you guys soon. You guys take it easy. Don't forget, like, share. If you don't like my stuff, down like thumbs down. Either way, it helps. Much appreciated. Gotta love your haters because if you don't have haters, you're not doing something right. So I'll talk to you guys soon.